AAU or not? Is AAU good for my kid or not? This is another question that I get asked all the time. And so the first thing that I'll say is you must understand that all spring, summer, and even fall or even winter basketball is not AAU. There are AAU programs, there are club programs, and then there are just basketball activity programs. My recommendation is that you learn about all three. Now, AAU is a sanctioned organization, and those coaches for AAU must be able to pass tests to get certified to be able to work AAU. They have to also be able to get background checks to be able to work and coach AAU. A lot of club teams, right, they may participate in some of these AAU events. They won't participate in the AAU Nationals, National Champion, on the circuit, and all of those things. But there are club teams that may not need all of those requirements, being able to pass an actual test to be able to coach on that level, be able to pass a background check to be able to coach on that level. They may be able to get in certain tournaments, right, during the open times, but there's a distinct difference between AAU and club basketball and just organizations that put together teams. Now, unfortunately, AAU gets a bad rap because of this. AAU gets a bad rap because everybody mixes all three of those into one pool, and that's not necessarily true. So if you want your athlete on an AAU team, make sure that you're asking those questions and make sure that you're able to get and see certifications, right? That's the first thing that I'll say. Now, I personally am not a big proponent of AAU basketball or club basketball because there are so many teams out here that have just popped up all the way around, and they've made the game of basketball decline. They've made the game of basketball decline because they aren't necessarily educated on the rules of the game, so therefore they're not able to fully translate that in teaching the game. And what happens is now it is turned into a big marketing business for getting the most athletic players, getting the biggest players, and or the oldest players to be able to play on certain teams. And now they're just really putting them out there and rolling the balls out and allowing them to play. So my biggest disdain, my biggest complaint with the whole AAU sector is that it's bad basketball, and it's teaching bad basketball because there's not a lot of skill development taking place. So there are some good teams. There are some good AAU programs that are out here that practices and preaches skill development. So is AAU good for my athlete or not? If they're heavily relying on skill development, if there's a skill development program that focuses more on skill development, then by all means, it won't hurt your athlete. But if your athlete is just looking to, right, you're looking to pay so that your athlete can play games, get them a rec membership, right? You'll save a lot of money, you'll save a lot of gas, save a lot of travel. Get them a rec membership and let them go play rec basketball pickup games. But my thing with club basketball and or AAU basketball is that there's not a lot of skill development. And so even in practice, they're just playing and they're not necessarily developing. Yes, they're working on plays, but how much skill, right? They're doing drills and they're working on plays, but how much individual skill work is your athlete getting if they're playing with these AAU and or club teams? Are they focusing on the development, skill development, which is physical skill, mental skill, emotional skills, social skills, right? Are they working on those skill developments? That's the biggest thing that I would say that you as the parent need to understand, because it's not just about wins. Oh, we won nationals, our 15U, 16U, 17U, whatever U, oh, they won this tournament, they won that tournament. Well, is your athlete really getting better? Is your athlete really getting better by being a part of this program or this organization? And if not, then it may be time to have a conversation with your spouse, your athlete, and yourself, and then have a conversation with the coach to really figure out, is this really helping your athlete? Because after all, they can travel the country, they can play tons and tons and tons of games, and that doesn't mean that they will improve as a player or as a person. That's the biggest thing that you should look for when you're looking to find out, should my athlete play AAU or club basketball? And here's a bonus. Be aware that on the high school varsity level, right, the athletes that we work with, high school guards, on the high school level, during the fall and during the winter, an athlete cannot play both AAU. Well, there is no AAU in fall and winter. There is no AAU in fall and winter, right? That's how you can understand if teams have basketball teams and basketball programs in the fall or the winter, they're not AAU basketball teams. That's just in the spring or and summer. But if your athlete is playing in the fall and or the winter for another organization, they can put their high school eligibility at risk and even forfeit their high school eligibility, because now they're playing with another team while they are eligible to play high school basketball. All right, so that's another big question that I get asked: to AAU or to not AAU, to club or to not club. Understand again what you're looking to get out of it, and understand the rules, the procedures, and understand that the biggest thing is to help your athlete develop their skills as a player and as a person. All right. Again, if you haven't had a chance to check out my free case study video, go check that out at BeTheRightRecruit.com. All right. If you know that you've had these questions, do I put my athlete on this team or not? I'm confused. I really don't know what to do. Don't know where to get them so that they can get extra work, right? Hire them a coach. Hire them a coach that can help in their skill development. Now, we have one of the best programs out here to be able to help athletes, guards grow on and off the court and become more recruitment ready. However, you may not be a good fit for us. We may not be a good fit for you. And if that's the case, then just find someone that can really pour into your athlete and be able to help them overall. That's the biggest thing that I want to convey to you. But if you know that, hey, Coach Bailey and Hoops Master University and his company Bless the Ball, they have tons and tons of success stories, and I want my athlete to be the next one, then hop on the phone, book your complimentary recruitment call with us, and let's have this discovery call and find out what's going on with your athlete, what's their goals, what's their challenges, and how they can overcome their challenges to get to their goals and develop a plan for them to get there. All right? Absolutely complimentary. It's a win-win for you and your athlete. And if you know, hey, this is something that I would like to further explore, and if we think it's a good fit, then we may offer you, right, and give you an invitation to come and join us in our Hoops Mastery program, right, our Hoops Master University program. All right, but if you haven't had a chance to check out my free case study video where I break down my 3 secrets that I use to be able to help athletes get recruitment ready, then go check that out again at BeTheRightRecruit.com. All right, so I hope this helped you and helped your athlete along the way. 7 questions that I'm asked the most in this 7-day series, and we're going to continue pouring in. Make sure that you leave a comment and or your questions below if I haven't yet answered one of your most pressing questions. All right, Coach Carvel Bailey.